Welcome back to the channel, bringing y'all some fresh content. So today, and if it looks like I'm wearing something similar to my last video, that's because I am, because it's the same day, but I'm dropping another video. This will come out later on this weekend. So today, you guys, we are swapping out some interior stuff. I told you guys a while ago I wanted to do some interior work on the truck, and well, we're finally doing it. So in today's video, and if you watched the last video, you got a sneak peek. And if you watched the video before that, you got a sneak peek too. Today we are taking out the bench center console in the 3rd gen, and we're gonna be putting a business console, as it's known as. I call it the real console. It's right here actually. So a subscriber, actually, I think he does watch the videos, but he hit me up on Instagram, told me he had this, and asked if I was interested. I was like, yeah, absolutely. Long story short, ended up, we negotiated something out. We both won in our own ways. I finally acquired a business console for the 3rd gen. These are so hard to come by. Some of y'all are fortunate enough. There's 2 things I wish I had in this truck when I got it: this business console and a sunroof. But 1 for 2, I'll take it. If I really wanted a sunroof, I could get one custom made, but I ain't even dipping into that yet. But yeah, we got the business console though. It looks really good. Just needs a little cleanup, a little armor all on it, nothing big, but I'm excited to put this in. It's gonna bring light to the console, to the interior. So I'm gonna go over here and show you guys what we. Okie doke. So check it out. I went ahead and cleared all my stuff out. If you didn't know yet, this does pop out. It's just a rubber tray which holds all of your nuts in there, or your bolts. We will be taking out the centerpiece here, and we should be taking out this piece here, if I'm correct. I'll be honest with y'all, I'm kind of just winging it right now. I'm not even I don't have steps or anything to follow. I'm just kind of looking at it, estimating what needs to be taken off, what doesn't. But this video will help somebody out in the event that you're in the same situation and you need to you want to swap out your console. Okay, and if anybody's looking for this setup, it'll be for sale. So you can get this instead of having this stupid little cup holder down here and stuff. This will be for sale. I'll clean it up and all that. So long story short, all right, what you need to do in order to get this centerpiece off, you need to remove the bolts, the nuts that hold it on. So if you look right there where my ratchet head is, okay, that is a nut. There's a nut stud underneath there that holds the seat. Now if I lift the seat up right now, it's loose. Okay, it's because I took all 4 out already. There's one here, there's one on the passenger side. Come back here, show you guys what we got. And then there's 2 back here. Okay, you got one. It's kind of hard to see because I already took them out. There's a stud there, and then there's going to be a stud right underneath here where my finger's at. Okay, I already took the AC vent off. I do have rear AC. In order to take that off, super simple, just 2 Phillips head screws. Take them out. This bad Larry slides out. Okay, so you see my 2 nuts and my 2 screws right there. 2 nuts for the back brackets, and then the 2 screws that hold in the AC vent. This one does not. The console I'm putting in does not have AC. So I'm probably gonna end up taking the Dremel to it, because the AC, the HVAC, rear HVAC system is still stay in the truck. So I think I'm gonna end up having to take a Dremel to it and kind of cut out that middle section so I can add the AC vents at the bottom. I don't know yet. We're gonna find out. I'm gonna find out as I go along. I'm kind of just winging it right now. So what I'm gonna do now, y'all, is I'm gonna go ahead and pull this centerpiece out of the truck, get this outside of it, and then we'll go from there. All right, so I went ahead and wedged that out. I'm gonna take it out through the back passenger door. This is a good time to come in here and clean this up. Perfect time. So I'm gonna go grab the vacuum, and we're gonna get this cleaned up, because this ain't it. That ain't it. Alright, you guys, as the voyage continues, I went ahead and popped the lid off of that. Popped this little tray out that goes here. Both of these can get popped out with a flathead screwdriver very easily. So when we look in here, if you look way in there, you see, get some light there. You see one there. Pretty sure it's a 10 mil or a 9 mil, and then there's one there. I'm gonna take those out because because I already, and then there's also going to be, let me zoom out real quick. There's also going to be one down there, which, yeah, you can kind of see. There's one down there, and then there's also one right there, okay? This one and that one over there are already loosened. I used a, let's see what size this is. This is a 8 mil. I got a little setup on my Milwaukee. So an 8 mil will get those two fellas out. It looks like it's an 8 mil for, sorry, you guys can't even see. Looks like there's an 8 mil down there too for old Lucky up in there. And then that one back there looks like a 13 mil. The one that's up in there, it looks like a 13. So I'm gonna take him out and see if this piece right here comes out, and then I'll let you guys know what works. Okay, you guys, so as time goes on, I'm starting to figure out more and more. Okay, so like I said, that bolt in there, that I just took out, that rusty thing right there, took that out from there, that hole right there is a 8 millimeter. The one against that wall back there, you don't even have to mess with that. Don't even touch that one. It doesn't have nothing to do with this. I took that one out, and then once I did that, I kind of wiggled it and pulled up on it, and it's ready to come out. But then when you look, there's that bolt there, and I believe that is a 8 mil or a 10 mil, I don't know. There's a bolt there still holding that back piece on, and this is like, it's ready. She's ready to come out. So I'm gonna take that bolt out here, this hidden one. Take that bad Larry out and then see what we get. Okay, update number whatever. This slides away from that. So once you take that bolt out there, once you take that guy out, this piece right here, just slide back and it comes out. And then I took that bolt there out, the 8 mil, and this should come out like that. Now I have a mag light bolted to the side of it, so I'm just gonna put it over there. So now we're good. Oh, and then we have to take this guy out, which looks like it's just 2 Phillips heads down at the bottom. Got a Phillips there and a Phillips there. It looks like we take those 2 out, and then we should be able to pop that bad boy out. So it's going good so far, going real good. All right, you guys, it's been some time, more like four hours, but progress has been made. So I was going full speed ahead with the install. There we go. I was going full speed ahead with the install. I was about to just slap this in, call it a day. I was gonna say screw the back AC, because I mean, you don't really need it. No one sits back there with my son, but the truck will get cooled off with AC in the front for all the way to the back. You get what I'm saying? But me being me and being wild and crazy, I was like, you know what? I can make this look, I can make this work. I can pull this off. I pulled it off for the most part. So long story short, what I ended up doing was I ended up cutting my old AC vents from my first set of chairs, or from the center console piece. I cut the vents out of there, and I pretty much fabbed them up into the new one. So check it out, tell me what you guys think. Okay, so I went ahead and popped, before I show y'all the work, I went ahead and popped this off the back side of the console, and here we go. So these are the AC vents. I got them fabbed up. I think it looks pretty good for, you know, doing it yourself. I think it'll look better on the inside. So long story short, I went and got my Dremel. I cut the vent itself out of the Dremel, or out, not the Dremel. I cut it out of the plastic piece. Dang near pretty perfect cut. I cut it out. My vents used to be attached to this, now they're not. And then I cut out the equivalent to that on here, on this piece. I cut that out. Got everything all lined up nice and good, right to where I wanted it. And then once I did that, I went ahead and used Gorilla Glue to tack it in place, kind of like welding, where you tack something in place and then go around it again. I tacked it in place, the vents where I wanted it. I could have made this a little wider. But I mean, I'm fine with that, because like I said, nobody really sits back there. It's not something that is crucial. It still looks clean to me, in my opinion. So yeah, so I went ahead and did that. And then what I did was I went to AutoZone, to the parts store, for the black trim that y'all see around there. All that trim, I know it's a little crooked, but don't stare at it too hard. All that trim around it to kind of clean it up. I just went and got some of that automotive door trim, the black stuff that you put on the edge of your door, and that actually worked in there perfect. I used my Dremel and rounded the corners out a little bit. Then I just put a little drop of Gorilla Glue inside of it, and then I pressed it in there, ran it along, got it nice and smooth. This is it. So now I'm gonna go ahead and snap this back on to that, and we're gonna try and get everything put back in. Okay, you guys, so I was playing puzzle pieces for a little bit and leaving. I was playing puzzle pieces for a little bit to figure out how this piece goes in, so I figured it out. So pretty, I knew that these two screws went back in those two holes, so that one and that one. Oh my goodness, we are finally finito. We are done. She's in, and it looks good. Man, I'm not gonna lie, you guys. This was it was a SOB. I ain't gonna lie. It was kind of challenging a little bit. That part up there kind of threw me off. I had to reach out to my man Jason, because this part here, I have it. I don't even know where it's at right now. God dang, I'm all over the place. Anyways, there's a piece that I have here, but it's not the piece for this setup. It's the piece for if you have the flat cup holder thingy, whatever they call it. Does not fit for the business center. So what I did was I went ahead and trimmed it. I trimmed it down so that way it's flush right about there and it sits in there. Problem is, it doesn't sit back. So I think I'm gonna have to get some screws and just run them in there, because I ain't the one. I ain't messing with that stuff, man. It's been eventful, so. Oh yes, yes, this is it, baby. This is it. This is what I wanted. Oh my God, I waited so long for one of these. Oh my goodness, yes, man, y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand. I gotta tuck the seat. I should have took the seatbelt off, the middle seatbelt off before I installed it. I didn't know. I wasn't thinking about it. But this right here, y'all, is beautiful with a capital B. Okay, it is. I love it. Let me show y'all the back side. I gotta do a little bit of trimming because I'm having an issue with my custom AC. So this is what the AC system looks like. Okay, I did that. It looks good. It looks good to me. It's good enough. I don't have a lot of people in my back seat besides my son, so it's not a big deal to me. I come back here not that often, but I'm ecstatic. I am truly, genuinely ecstatic right now. This is really nice, man. And I don't have my batteries on the truck right now because I'm charging them because they died. But I'm pretty sure the output power in the back and the power in the front should work fine. So oh yeah, we going, baby. It feels like I got another truck. Like, this doesn't even feel like my truck on the inside right now. Yes, you guys, so we got everything installed. Everything went good. Okay, so a couple of things. All right, I don't know if it was just my truck because I have a 2008 Mega Cab Laramine edition, but I had to do not a lot, but I had to do a little bit of trimming on some stuff, including the actual center console itself. So first thing off the bat, you guys, I had to do trimming here, okay? Because when I got this piece from the person I got it from, it did not come with a new piece for this right here. So the piece I had originally, it went all the way down to pretty much like down here. So you see this gap? Well, actually it's not a gap, but it went right here, okay? I trimmed it up. It looks really clean, really professional. But yeah, I had to trim it up a little bit. It still looks good to me. So what happened is I trimmed it, and then I also went ahead and put some, you guys probably can't see it because it's kind of dark, but there's screws in here, okay? There are definitely, there you go, right there. I put a screw there, and I put one over there, and what that does is that holds this piece in the up position, okay? Because without that, the piece would sag down. It would sag down on the sides. So I went ahead and screwed it in there. It looks really clean though. I love it. I love it right now. I am happy as heck. Yes, okay. I also had to do trimming down here. You guys won't be able to see it, but I had to do trimming down here by the seat belt at the end down there. You can't even see it. That's how good it was. But I trimmed down there and on this side as well to clear there's a metal bracket. Let me get out and show you guys real quick. Oh, had to jump down. There's a metal bracket. That bracket there that you're looking at, this guy, it runs like over It runs across to that seat. I had to trim a little cutout so the console can sit over the bracket. It all worked out. It all worked out fine. Everything looks really clean. I'll give you guys a shot from the other side as well. This is what it looks like over here. Like I said, I got to get that squared away. I know that little piece is sticking out, but that it's just a little, like that much trimming I need to trim off on plastic in there. It's not a big deal. Very, very easy to fix that. Up here, it looks very clean and OE. It sits on the carpet really well. All that piece, okay? If you're gonna get one of these business consoles, make sure you get the piece, this piece right here. If you don't have this piece right here, you're gonna have a nasty, awkward gap, okay? So make sure you get that piece there so that way it looks real clean, real professional, okay? But I mean, man, this thing, you know, and I did a good job cutting it too. I'm really impressed with myself. I used my Dremel and I cut out that section. Man, this came out so nice, you guys. Wow. That takes a little time to kind of finagle, get it in there. I will say this: when you go to put it in, put the armrest section, like the back part of it, put that in first. Put the front side in first, and then the middle portion will go in last. Okay, so pretty much like this is what I mean. Okay, so put this piece in first. Put this piece in down here first or next, and then this is going to be the very last part. This right here, if you did not know, and I didn't until my buddy told me, this piece, I can't even pull it up right now. This piece pops off the top. I didn't know that until he told me, but that pops off. So you can pop that off and get access to the hardware, to the nuts, or to the self-tapping bolts. Okay, you're gonna have a bolt pretty much here, and then you're gonna have two back here. Okay, those two. It's solid, it's secure. It's not jangling, it's not rattling, it's super solid. I'm shaking this pretty hard, you know, I'm a pretty strong dude too. My God, I can't get over this. Wow. I love it. I truly love it. I wanted one of these for so long. Oh my goodness. All right, you guys, so tell me what you think. I would love to hear your opinions. Would you want a business console set up in your third gen truck if you had one? Because I definitely did, and I love it. They are expensive. They're expensive. If you go on eBay right now, those consoles are going for about $600 to $500 for a 10-plus-year-old truck. I know, it's crazy. I've been waiting so long. If you come upon the opportunity where you can get one for $200, $250, $300, even $400, I'd probably take it, just because it's only gonna get harder and more expensive to find those consoles as time goes on and these trucks get older. Okay, every now and then you might get lucky. Keep an eye on your local junkyards or scrap yards. You might get lucky and a scrap truck will go in there and have it inside of it. Snatch that bad sucker up. Okay, so until next time, can't talk, it's been a long day. Until next time, you guys, thank you for checking out the video. I hope you guys have a good time, and until next time, I will see you guys later. Take care, be safe, peace out, have a good weekend. God bless.